Saying Asia, and we are here at the Civil War press conference with Team Cap in Singapore.
Marvel's Captain America Civil War, Director Joe Russo. Anthony Mackie, the Falcon. The Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. Chris Evans, Captain America! Hi and welcome guys to Singapore. Thank you so much. We're thrilled. We're thrilled to have all of you here.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Joe, perhaps I could start with you. Have you been in Singapore before?
First time, and I absolutely love it.
Fantastic. What about you, Sebastian? Have you been in Singapore?
Never been, but I may not go back. I don't know.
Chris?
Yeah, I think it's my first time. I'm pretty sure it's my first time. I don't know. I've done a lot of press tours where you have like a day somewhere and you get out of town. But I'm pretty sure this is my first time. I think I'd remember this.
Anthony?
It's my first time, but not my last. I'm coming back for the F1 race in September.
Wow, okay. Now, Joe, tell us what it's like that all the Avengers are back together again in this movie.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, I think the thing that makes the Marvel Universe special is the character interaction. And I think this movie has more character interaction than any film that's preceded it in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you've got Captain America versus Iron Man. What more could you want?
Speaking of which, this question's for Chris Evans. We know that the promotion for the movie is also a battle between Team Cap and Team Iron Man. So how is it going right now, and are we winning the game so far?
That's a good question. I couldn't say for sure. It's been hard keeping my finger on the pulse, given the fact that we're doing our own thing over here. But I think the entire battle itself will help the movie. The more kind of buzz we can create, the more energy we can create with the conflict between the two camps is only going to help the film. So I welcome it.
And I think Team Cap and Singapore are going to answer back in a big way.
Yeah, I have confidence. I saw what Downey did in Paris, and it was great. But you know what? I think we can really do something special here in Singapore. Show them that it's all about Team Cap.
And of course, it's going to be happening at the Helix Bridge area. Remember, everyone, be there and tell all your friends to be there as well. Best view from the Youth Olympic Park and the Art Science Museum right here at Marina Bay Sands. All right, now before we open up the floor to the questions, very quickly right now, I'd like to start with Director Joe Russo once again. Why should the world catch Captain America Civil War?
You know what, I think it's a really complex story that you could call a culmination film of everything that has preceded it in the Marvel Universe, because it brings all of the characters together in a big family fight. And I think the spectacle is enormous in the film, and I think the performances are exceptional. We have this incredible cast, and you know, it's heartbreaking, but it's also a great deal of fun. So I think you're going to have a really well-rounded experience at the movies.
All right, one word for the rest of the superheroes here as to why people should catch Captain America Civil War. One word to describe the movie, Sebastian.
Heartbreaking.
It's true, I felt that.
How about record-setting?
Okay.
I mean, it's a hyphen, but give me record.
Anthony?
Ass kicking?
You know, we can relate to everything they just said. Because some of us caught the media screening last night, and when you said heartbreaking, I related to that completely.
Did you not relate to record-breaking?
I related to that as well. As well as ass-kicking.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll now open up the floor to the questions. I do believe we have 4 people walking around with microphones. I would appreciate if you introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and then ask your question. All right? Please also tell us who you're directing the question to. All right. Let's start off with the gentleman over there. Very first question.
Hi.
Very powerful voice, indeed. It's okay.
Joe from Act Magazine Singapore. This question is for Joe. What was it like going from directing paintball battles in Greenville Community College to staging this huge fight at the Leipzig airport? And also, how did you and your brother decide who was going to be a team captain and who was going to be a designer? Thank you very much.
You know, it's been a fantastic journey from directing Community to directing Civil War. You know, I think there's a lot of, look, filmmaking is filmmaking. You show up and you have a camera and there are actors there and you shoot. Certainly there are things that are more complicated about making Marvel movies, you know, especially on the scale that we're working. But we have an incredible support team at Marvel. Our visual effects team is unbelievable. You know, so I think, you know, things that we do in comedy do correlate to Marvel storytelling. We, you know, when you execute a physical gag, a comedic gag, there is a lot of correlation to action. It's all spatial relationships on the screen, it's editing, it's rhythm. And then the second, so you know, to answer the question, not a huge difference. But we feel incredibly supported at Marvel, and we love the cast, we love what we're doing. I've been collecting comics since I was a kid, so it's a dream come true for me. And the second part of your question was?
How did you and your brother decide who was going to take whose side?
We flipped a coin to decide who was going to take whose side. We sat in the room for months with the writers, Marcus and McFeely, and we went through you know, the cast that we had available to us and the cast that we didn't have available to us, and we thought very hard about who would line up against who based on their motivations up to this point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And of course, we looked for some surprising choices because we didn't want it to be very, you know, completely predictable to the audience as to who was going to pick which side. And that's how we drew up Team Iron Man and Team Cap.
Thank you very much, Joe, and thank you so much for your question. You obviously don't need a microphone. Got a really booming voice, I have to say. Just a reminder, once again, because I saw a few flashes go off, no flash photography, okay? And no live streaming as well. Okay, let's see who's gonna get question number 2. How about someone from this side?
Okay, number 3.
Well, can you just leave your hand up, please? Okay, this lady over here? Or that lady over here? That lady over there. Yes.
Hi, I'm Liv from Fox Movies Premium. Just want to ask Joe Russo a question. How is it like directing such amazing stars and bringing them all together and having this epic battle, really?
It was pretty incredible directing this cast. I always say it's a Steven Soderbergh level of cast. I mean, I think Marvel has done an amazing job filling out the Marvel Cinematic Universe with some of the best actors in the world. Makes my job very easy. You know, because the other thing that's kind of unprecedented about what Marvel's doing is this is long-form storytelling of a scale that we've never seen before in movies. Sure, you know, we've seen sequelization, but this is taking major characters from different franchises and interweaving them into one big story. So these actors, because they play these parts so much, they will know their characters better than my brother and I ever will. So they're the true caretakers of the character, and we work in collaboration with them on the storytelling and on their characters, on their motivation, on their story arcs. So and working on that giant airport sequence, I think that's what you're referring to, was amazing. I mean, it's really that dream you have as a kid who collects comics of who would win in a fight against whom, and we get to play it out on the grandest scale ever. So again, a dream come true.
Thank you very much, Joe. Once again, Joe Russo, director for Captain America: Civil War. How about someone from the middle, the center, that gentleman over here? That gentleman over there. Yeah. Introduce yourself, please.
Yes, hi, I'm Chico Garcia from the Philippines, SM Cinema. I would just like to ask, what exactly can we expect from the IMAX RE 2D? I mean, the camera, that, like, what exactly does it, can we expect from it? And what parts of the movie can we expect it from?
So we shot the 17-minute airport sequence that was referring to exclusively on the, on the IMAX camera. So it's in the IMAX aspect ratio, which is a much higher top to bottom ratio. The rest of the movie is shot anamorphic, which is a smaller top to bottom aspect ratio. So. I would absolutely recommend going to see the film in IMAX because you're going to get incredible scale and scope out of that sequence. Making superhero movies, we have a lot of characters who have verticality, meaning in terms of either height or the fact that they fly. And the frames are very dense in those sequences. There's a lot going on. There's something happening in the foreground, the middle ground, and the background. And the scale of that frame will allow you to see everything that's happening. So I would highly recommend. It was specifically designed for people to experience in that massive IMAX format. I would highly recommend doing it.
Thank you, Joe. Mic number 1 to the lady at the end.
Hi guys, I'm Yvette King from E! News, and I'm Team Cap, obviously, based on what I'm wearing. Joe, sorry, this question is not for you. So guys, from an acting perspective, what was the most challenging scene to make? There's a load of action and spectacle, as you mentioned, but also there's a lot of character development. So which is actually harder?
Well, the action is exhausting and it's physically demanding, but I think what's harder in terms of your approach as an actor are the more emotional scenes. There's a much greater personal responsibility in those scenes. The action scenes, there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen and a lot of people are going to make those scenes look good regardless. The emotional moments, that's up to you. And it's, well, I shouldn't say that. It's up to you and the director, really. I mean, that's where Joe and Anthony are so fantastic. They have a wonderful understanding of cinema. A lot of directors don't always want to reference other movies, but Joe and Anthony, they're true cinephiles. They have a really extensive knowledge of the cinematic world, and their vernacular is very sophisticated in a way that they can give really simple direction where you can understand very quickly what the scene needs, and you trust them completely. So in those emotional moments, it's a combination of, it's fun, it's a little bit of fear, because every actor I know is egoic and terrified. But Joe and Anthony certainly make it a very comfortable landscape to take risks, and those scenes I think are a lot more challenging. That was a long-winded answer, I'm sorry.
That was all right. Thank you very much, Chris Evans, Captain America. Mic number 3 to this lady over here, please.
Hello, I'm Ayu. I'm from Indonesia. Anyway, regarding the acting skills, for sure we don't need to question about that. But when it comes to press conference, do you guys prepare anything? Is there any message? Like the do's and the don'ts, don't
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
So please guys, Cap, Bucky, and Falcon.
No. We just, we try to, the thing that's different from us, and I think the reason why the 4 of us asked to be sent on this tour together is because we try to, get to know the culture that we're in and eat the food and meet the people, whereas Team Iron Man, they're more about just going and being pampered and, they go from the press conference to the spa, from the spa to their jet, stuff like that. And we're more about, mingling, we hitchhike. Everybody hang on to me, I put on a jetpack, we go straight across, But no, it's really more so about, learning stuff about the people, eating, stingray and chili crab and stuff like that, and learning yes la or no la, stuff like that. We really enjoy it. So that's mostly what we prepare for the press conference stuff.
Hashtag so honest. Hashtag so cool. Okay, back to the center. Mic number 4, that gentleman over there.
G'day guys, Jason Davis here from Australia. Welcome to South
Hello,
Australia.
Jason. How are you, Jason?
Great to see you guys. Congratulations on a fantastic film. That's English, mate, but that's all right. It's fine. The Ultimate Wingman, the new benchmark for superheroes, awesome badass, and one half of the best sibling director duo in Hollywood. Congratulations on an exceptionally entertaining film, guys. Thanks for putting the fun
Thank you, appreciate it.
into this film. I want to know, as fans of film, for each of you, who is your favourite on-screen hero and villain of all time?
That's tough. Good question.
Michael Keaton as Batman.
See, I was going to say Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice.
But is Beetlejuice a villain or a good guy?
No, he's a hero. Come on.
Danny DeVito, Penguin though.
Danny DeVito as Penguin. Yeah.
Oh man, that's.
Do they have to be from superhero films?
No, any film.
Any film?
Any film?
Gary Oldman and Leon, the professional.
Russian. Yeah.
Henry Fonda in Once Upon a Time in the West. He's the bad guy. That was a hell of a bad guy.
Man,
Hero.
maybe like Michael Biehn in The Abyss. Michael Biehn in anything, really. I mean, Michael Biehn in Tombstone. Oh, come on, forget it. Johnny Ringo, there it is. I'm going on the record.
Val Kilmer in Tombstone.
Sure, there it is. We'll give it all in Tombstone for hero and villain, because Val Kilmer is phenomenal.
Oh, Ann Bates in Misery.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a Kathy Bates.
Oops.
Kathy Bates.
How about Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone?
Is a hero? He's a pretty good hero.
I think pretty good hero.
Wait, what did you
Han
say?
Solo.
Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
You did say Macaulay Culkin?
I did.
That's what I thought you said. Yeah, he's great.
Would Michael Corleone qualify as a hero?
Sure. John Candy and Uncle Buck. I mean,
That's good. That's good. That's good.
This will go on all day.
We could. Next question.
Eddie Murphy and Nutty Professor.
we deep.
He was good. He was a great hero, man. He was great.
Mike number one. I saw a hand go up there.
Hi, Boone here from Straits Times. Falcon is described as having a bird suit. So how would you describe what Team Iron Man is wearing? And also, does this rivalry between Team Cap and Team Iron Man spill over off the set?
Is there a censor button that we can use?
Say that one more time, homie.
Come on, say it one more time. Come on.
Yeah, I'm described as what?
It's described as bird suit. So how would you describe what Team Iron Man is wearing?
Alright.
Is it a trash can?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, we're gonna beat this dude up after because he's obviously Team Iron Man. I don't know. I feel like if mine is described as a bird suit, Iron Man should be described as a Coca-Cola can, right?
Patch Vision looks like everybody just got drunk and started having some fun drawing him.
And Vision should be described as like a big marker. Right? It's like he just doing right? Who else is on it? I don't even know who's on the team. War Machine on that team. Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about Black Panther. He's just, you know. Let's see. Scarlett Johansson is described as perfect. Rhodey.
Don Cheadle looks blind in that picture.
He's looking way over there. Let's see, he's Coke can, perfect, trash can, magic marker, and Michelin car tires. That's how we roll.
Oh, that was fantastic. And thank you, Straits Times, for that question. Ah, so much fun. All right, Mike number 4. That gentleman over there.
Hi, my name is Danny Pichata from Channel 1 HD Thailand, and this question goes for all you superheroes, the three of you. What is your workout regimen like? Because you have to be physically fit. And then one question for the Cap. What is the physics behind your shield? Does it actually bounce back, or do you have to bounce it on something?
There really isn't much technical physics behind the shield. It's all about the magic of movie making, and luckily it comes back to me when I need it to. In terms of working out, you know, I don't think anyone here, I mean, I could be wrong, but for the most part, any type of like secret workout diet, that doesn't really work. There's no special thing that we do that everyone else doesn't do. You go to the gym, you pick up heavy stuff, and you put it back down, and you do that till you can't do it anymore, and you get big. It's real simple, in my opinion. Thoughts, fellas?
Well, Chris doesn't really talk about when we're not shooting. He does like ultimate frisbee. So he just, you know, goes to the beach and throws the frisbee all day.
The problem is that's gonna like make him right. And for the rest of this tour, someone's gonna ask, "So I heard you like ultimate frisbee." And I'll say, "No, that's Mackie."
I can see it. Captain America Shield Frisbees.
See that?
There you go. Yeah. Okay, last two questions, guys. Spa breakfast awaits. So, last two questions. Let's see. Mike, number 2. That lady over there. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Yip Mi. I'm an actress from Vietnam. First of all, I want to congratulate on your new movies, and I want to ask about Captain America: Romantic Life. I want to ask that which female comic book character would you pick to be your potential lover?
Wow, that's tough. You know, I mean, now, yeah, is Halle Berry in comic books? Sure. Well, and yet Catwoman. Let's not forget that. Or, well, it's tricky because, you know, in the comic book he follows. You know, in the comic book, it follows a certain plot line where there is a relationship with Emily Van Camp, and it certainly follows in the lineage in terms of where Cap considers his home to be with Peggy Carter, and Sharon Carter is kind of an incarnation of what he sees as something familiar. But the way the Marvel Cinematic Universe has unfolded, I've always felt that it's tough, because I would say Black Widow, but we really established such a nice platonic thing. Oh, sorry, Mackie would take issue with that, but I feel that there's always been this kind of, you have two characters from very different worlds, Cap and Black Widow, who have very different backgrounds and found a kind of comfort in one another at times of distress. And I always thought that would be a really interesting dynamic to pursue, but at the same time, it's very sweet and very pure that they've kept it platonic, and that they've found something else besides an intimate relationship to kind of lean upon. So I don't know. I guess this is a long-winded answer of me saying I don't know. But
I mean, I think, you know, Winter Soldier changed the external structure of the Marvel universe with the dissolution of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that this movie changes the psychology of the Marvel universe in a very significant and important way. And the ramifications of Civil War are not over. They're going to carry over significantly into Infinity War. So this movie is really setting up the two defining films of all of Phase 1, 2, and 3, the Infinity War movies, and puts all of the characters in a very, very complicated place. So I think it's critically important, probably the most important Marvel movie to date.
All right, and with that, we conclude the Q&A session. Thank you so much. Can we